It's Wednesday night. It is time for Super Geeked Up. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jeff. I'm joined by my co-host Tanya Nicole. This is Super Geeked Up, your weekly geeky pop culture show presented by Frostbite Pictures. Thanks so much for checking us out. We like to start things off with the geek tweet of the week.
Yes, the geek tweet of the week. If you could set up one character on a blind date with another character, who would you choose? And I know this was actually really hard for a lot of us, so Tanya, do you want to start?
Yes. I went ridiculous with this.
Okay.
Shocking.
I know, right? Chewbacca and Miss Piggy.
Oh my gosh, what?
Hey, she's back on the market.
Right.
So
She's available now.
She is available now.
Point.
So Chewbacca will just swoop in there on his swinging through the vines and.
She's a little, aggressive, though, I feel like. And I feel like she would, walk all over him.
Oh, but come on. Chewbacca's no pushover, man. You don't screw around with the Wookiee.
Can you imagine the fireworks at that date when they just, start arguing with each other?
Oh
Come on, it'd be great.
I think she would just pick her up and, toss her out the airlock, though.
Yeah, eventually he would be just, fed up with that.
Oh, my
You
gosh.
would see her, floating and bumping into the view screen of the Star Destroyer.
That's Kermit. Never mind. That was good to Kermit.
Wait, what were you doing? You were doing Kermit?
She'd be like, yeah, Chewie! Or whatever.
Okay, I don't know what either you were doing impression-wise, but...
I forgot how she talks. I don't know.
Obviously, we're being our own version of the Muppets, Jeff.
Yeah, own version.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Jeff, what about you? Who would you set up on a blind date?
So I was also trying to think very hard about what would be the most awkward, blind date I could think of, besides my own blind dates. Okay, just kidding.
Hint, hint, Kate.
Yeah. No, well, that's not going to be awkward.
No,
that's going to be amazing.
That's true. That's true.
Anyway, so I was thinking of the Harry Potter universe. So at first I was thinking, I have really two answers. The ridiculous answer is Professor McGonagall and Hagrid, just because I think it would be so awkward. It would be painfully awkward.
Oh, gosh.
It's such a mismatch. It's ridiculous.
Because you can also picture him with, his trying to, slick down his hair and trying to be all,
He actually would try to be a gentleman, you're right.
He would, but he would fail miserably, and she wouldn't take that.
Yeah, he would, I don't know, he would sit at the table, he would destroy the furniture because he's so, big. Yeah. So anyway, but I'm actually going to pair McGonagall with Gandalf, which I actually think is a good pairing.
Oh,
yeah.
Right? So they both are magic. They both use magic. They have that in common. They're both old as dirt. They both have probably, from what I can tell from the movies or books, have never been on a date in 100 years. So I think they both really need a date, and I think they'd be good for each other.
That's funny. You know what that reminds me of, even though it has nothing to do with this, but when you said Gandalf, have you ever seen the movie 17 again with Zac Efron?
Yeah.
And there's the date where it's the principal and then Zac Efron's dad, quote, and they go on the date together, they start talking about, Lord of the Rings. It was just so funny.
Yeah, that's how they bond.
Yeah, that was, the best. That was, the best part. So for mine, I actually just tried to pick people who I thought might be, really cool together. And since we had, a little discussion about Rogue Nation on Facebook, I was thinking the Rebecca Ferguson character and Hawkeye on a blind date. I think they would make a really good match. I feel like they would both just kind of, be really badass together. So that's kind of where I went with that.
All right.
So, Leondro, what about you?
For, I don't know, Darth Vader and the Hulk, or...
Well, I mean...
You guys accept gay proposals?
So.
Absolutely, yeah. That's amazing. I would have to wonder if they end up getting into a fight, how that would turn out.
Yeah, breakup between Darth Vader and the Hulk.
That would be dangerous.
The Darth Vader trying to break up with the Hulk. That would be a big budget movie.
Funny.
Someone needs to make that into some sort of short film.
Oh, that's so funny.
Amazing makeup sex.
Oh gosh, jeez, Jeff.
You know how in Twilight they broke the whole house and stuff like that? This would be worse.
Yeah, like the Hulk saying like, you don't pay attention to me when I say things, you don't care about my feelings, and that way like, I care about your feelings, young one, you know.
Oh, that's funny.
That's right. When he force chokes him, that's when he turns into the Hulk.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to know.
Or that's how you. Yeah. All right. No, I'm not even going to go any further. That.
Don't go harder with that. Don't.
So it's like,
Don't cross that line.
You don't touch me anymore. You don't hug me. You just use the force to touch me when you're already doing like he's doing the dishes and he's like cuddling.
Darth Vader's doing the dishes. That's awesome.
Yeah, someone has to do the dishes, man.
Right. He's just using the force to do them. Like they're just doing themselves, really. And
yeah.
He's playing like Xbox or PlayStation.
And the Hulk is like complaining, like you instead of using the force to do the dishes and cuddling with me, you do the dishes with yourself and you cuddle with me using the force, stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, very complicated mind.
It's all right. We have similar issues with when we get going. So earlier in the week, earlier tonight we had some answers on social media. One from Cinema on the Rocks. I never say this right. Eon or Aeon Flux. And James. Aeon?
Yeah.
All right.
Eon.
Eon?
Now you've confused me. Damn it.
Yeah.
Eon Flux.
Eon Flux. Okay. And James Bond. They could survive each other and enjoy it. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing pairing. I just like that he's mentioned Eon Flux, which I used to watch all the time.
Ryan Ward, Abby, and I'm not gonna butcher this. Ciuto from
Abby
NCIS. Thank
Abby
you.
Shuto.
From NCIS, and Matt Smith's The 11th Doctor. Trucking 1000 has Ichabod Crane and Melinda Gordon from The Ghost Whisperer, or Buffy and Nick Burkhart from Grimm.
Okay.
Yeah. Hunter's Realm says, for a blind date, Mork from Orc with Xena.
That's actually great.
That's really good. And DP says Sherlock Holmes and Velma from Scooby-Doo. I think
that makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Can you imagine that dinner conversation? That would be very intelligent.
Yeah.
Very intelligent.
I just want to see his reaction when she says Jenkies.
Like, no, not happening.
No. And Eli David says Red Hood and She-Hulk because Jason Todd just needs a hug, and who better to dispense a good hug than She-Hulk?
I would like a hug for She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Live tweets coming in from Alexander Martin says, weirdly, I was thinking the other day of Wonder Woman and Captain America. I guess separate from our tweet, he was thinking of this.
Oh,
nice.
Cool.
Which he probably normally thinks of, yes. But superheroes hooking up together, that's what I do. So.
Who doesn't, actually?
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Like, look who we're talking about, and two.
All right, thank you for tweeting it, folks. Again, at Super Geeked Up, hashtag SGU. You can tweet along if you're watching live or even after the fact. And thank you if you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening on Blog Talk, which we're new to Blog Talk Radio now, so we appreciate it very much. Hope you enjoyed our first show on Blog Talk last week. So, all right, let's see here. Let's introduce our guest more formally here, official-like. So we have Leondro Silva, who a few different things he does. He's a creator, writer, director of series Oposto to Sexo, which is the opposite of sex, and he's a creator and producer of Rio WebFest. How's it going, man?
I'm good, man. I think you guys want to know.
We want to know a lot.
Yes.
So,
okay, great. So
first tell us about the opposite of sex, your series.
Okay, great. The opposite of sex was an idea I had in 2010 or something, right after I finished film school, and I did lots of short movies while I was in college. I did like one per year, so I did like more than 10 or something. And then I say, okay, I need to do web series, and I need to do something that is really simple, something that I can actually do and try to make money out of something else, because I know it's not going to give me any money anytime soon. So I came up with a concept of a couple lying in bed, and they are trying to have sex because sex sells. and the man is trying to convince the wife to have sex with him, and there are some episodes that the wife's trying to convince the man to have sex with her, and every episode is a different attempt. So most of them are fail because it's so much fun when things fail, right? And if they win a lot, we would have to move the series from YouTube to Xtubes or something. something. It will be pornographic, you know. So what else? And we actually I got my actors. We started doing shooting 5 of our episodes per day. But so okay, we have like 85 episodes released, and yeah, that's a lot. We did it monthly, like every month we shot one time, and at one day we could shoot like 5 or 6 episodes, 4 or 5 episodes, because it's a really simple concept. It's designed to be this way because everyone has jobs and they need to pay the rent and stuff. So,
yeah, but the funny thing is there's like new sheets like in every single episode, so it's like, oh, what sheets are they gonna have today? Like,
yeah, we actually had to repeat lots of the sheets, and yeah, we did everything on the actor's house. And one episode we had to pour water on them, so we had to put like what's the name of this plastic stuff they put on big trucks to protect the cargo?
Like a tarp or something?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's like a really thick plastic, blue plastic.
Yeah.
So we had to cover the bed on that. We did pretty much a lot around that bed. We didn't actually put fire on the bed, but everything else we did. And yeah, it's pretty exciting. And then on the beginning of this year, I started to subtitle everything in English in January. And we started to send to festivals, and we got lots of nominations, so it was really exciting. Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cool.
So before I even talk about Rio WebFest, let me share one tweet that just came in to our Geek Tweet question, which was which 2 characters would you set up on a blind date? Alexander Martin said reboot Lara Croft or Katniss with Oliver Queen from Arrow, which I think are great pairings, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry,
I was just thinking about that in my head. I was like, that's so cool. I love it.
Nicole is like dreaming of that now. That blind date.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna go write some fan fiction now.
Well, actually, yeah, pretty much. Well, that, yeah, and I was thinking about, well, because I was telling them I started watching True Blood, and my Eric Northman. I'm just like, it's amazing.
Oh, all the girls love Eric.
Yeah, so I was like, how do I add this somehow?
He's the boss. But
well, he's Alexander Skarsgård. I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, but Fantasia. Yeah, the owner of Fantasia. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's so
he's the sheriff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to Leondro, and we have some cool excuse me, we have some cool geeky games coming up, folks. So we're gonna get to those in a minute. Leondro, so you also started, I think fairly recently, Rio WebFest. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Rio WebFest is having this first edition in November, the first weekend of November here in the beautiful city of Rio de Janeiro.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! I hope you guys see it. We are still accepting submissions until the end of August. And we actually are part of an international circuit of WebFest, so we have partners everywhere. We have partners in Los Angeles, we have partners in Rome, Sicily, Berlin. I was recently in Korea for K-WebFest, and I was able to advertise not only my series but Rio WebFest over there, and we actually picked Korean web series to be featured here. So
cool.
Yeah, they're having a bit of trouble like filling the paperwork. I don't know why, because I don't think internet works the same way with those ideograms as they work for us. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's pretty nice. We are looking for partners and stuff. And it's supposed to be great.
Awesome. Cool. When all right, so where can they go online to find out about Rio WebFest and to watch The Opposite of Sex? Okay,
Opposite of Sex is on YouTube. We actually recently sold the series to a French YouTube channel called Rendezvous à Paris, which is they have a multi-channel network there, and they bought like some of our episodes and they're subtitled it in French. And so if you're on Friends, I don't think you can actually see our episodes from there. But in US, in Canada, I think it's okay. It's youtube.com/Oposto do Sexo, which I'll have to write because like OPOSTODOSEXO. So no one got that. I need to put somewhere written. Maybe I can tweet or something.
Yeah, we'll tweet it out.
Yeah, we'll tweet it out. And we'll include it in our links for this episode too.
Okay, great. And Rio WebFest is really simple, www.riowebfest.net. And everything's there. If you look at us on Facebook, we have discounts for the International Academy of Web Television, which I'm a member.
All right.
Wait, 20%. And this is it.
All right, awesome.
Nice.
If you need to ask me anything, just do it.
Cool. Anything at all, folks, just tweet in questions for Leon.
Anything you want. He has an evil cat.
Yeah, he's mean. Yeah, I have scars.
Oh.
You can see this like this.
All right, so we're gonna do a game Geeky Madlibs really soon, and then we got some geeky news. We're gonna tell us a post-apocalyptic Zorro, perhaps. Some Star Wars land in Disney. We got character cage match later on. That's one of our favorite games, actually. We're bringing that back. So we have some good matchups in that. But first, a word from our sponsor, and Nicole's going to read that.
Yeah. Hey, y'all. This episode of Super Geeked Up is brought to you by Trek Fan, the world's fastest-growing Star Trek fan club. For SGU viewers in the United States, all new Trek Fan members will receive a cool Trek gift in the mail. Trek Fan membership? I can't. It's always free. That's right. Join the adventure at trekfan.org. Yeehaw!
You know what's hilarious is
I hurt
the next time I was going to read this, I said maybe I'll do a Southern accent.
We need to stop thinking alike. This is happening far too often now. We say we're going to do something like I was already doing that.
Yeah, I was already trying to do that.
And by the way, Trek Fan, you don't have to be from the South or Texas to be part of Trek Fan. It's everybody. We try to be weird when we read it. We like to do it a different way every time. That's what we're doing. But they're awesome. Check them out. You get a free gift. You can't go wrong, and it's awesome stuff because we've got it.
And completely free. So.
Yes. All right. So check them out. They're great. And on Twitter right now, @thedeepu says, "Yay, Leondro on Super Geeked Up."
Oh, Deepu! I love this guy. Deepu, I love you.
All right. Okay. So set him up on a blind date.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'll explain to the wife. She doesn't care.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so it's time for our first game segment of the night. It is called Geeky Madlibs.
Yes. Very cool. So you guys have played along with us before. It's just like the normal Mad Libs where we're going to pull a bunch of like adjectives, nouns, verbs. And what we did, because this is actually really long, we started filling in some ahead of time. So I'll read all of them to you, but I'll also have Twitter send in some too.
Why don't we tell them right now which ones we want?
Yes. So Twitter, if you could tweet in a plural animal, and plural clothing, and a color.
All right.
No, actually, not the color. Sorry.
We're just kidding. That was a joke.
Person's name. So person's name, plural clothing, plural animal. Is that all I said? I forget. That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
The name can't be Leandro.
Can't be Leandro.
So, do you want me to read the ones that we've already filled in, or?
I guess probably so we don't repeat them.
Okay, so we have mother-in-law, we have nerf herders, and now I need a country.
Zimbabwe.
Oh my gosh, Zimbabwe.
Yeah, spell that
Okay.
one.
Then we have unicorns, we have laser beam, we have lagoon, we have baby blue. Now I need to know, man or woman?
I still don't understand. Is this? Are we? Last time I said Hillary Clinton, but then are we supposed to just say man or woman?
I think it's man
I
or
think-
woman.
I think it's man or
Oh,
woman.
woman then. Woman.
Okay. Material. Wait, is that the one? Yeah, material.
Invisibility cloak.
Oh, that's right. Invisibility cloak. Okay. Then we have farting. We have crazy. We have loudly. We have
Sorry.
bloody red. We have Smurfs. So now from Twitter, I need the plural animal.
We got it. Honky Tonk Buffalo said banthas.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's funny because
Which is funny because I was using bantha milk.
yeah.
Well, I actually was. Well, yes, I actually was also drinking bantha milk earlier.
Yes. Okay, so now we have Squishy, we have Speedo, we have Ascots, we have Turquoise, we have Zombie Pirate, we have Sextine, we have Zorro, we have Bantha Milk, we have Pinky Toe. So now I need another adjective.
Kooky.
Oh, that's a good one. And then from Twitter, I need plural clothing.
Got nothing. Twitter, you're not helping us out here. That's.
All right.
By the way,
well,
I want to say Leondro had the zombie pirates, which was the most
Yes.
amazing one of the whole night.
And he
I think.
also came up with unicorn too, without even knowing I was obsessed with unicorns. So that was just perfect.
Okay, wait, I got it.
Okay.
Dragons from
good.
Alexander Martin.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. And then we have, we already have globe, beret, dusk, Brazil, bigger unicorn. I need a verb ending in ed.
Unicorned.
Well, that's a noun ending in ed.
Muted.
Muted. Okay. Let's see. Then I also need another noun.
So I'm going to take from Wine Roared, who just sent something in.
Okay.
Pantaloons
Amazing.
Oh yeah. Okay, wait. Let me go back to that part.
for the clothing, I guess we'll use that.
Yeah. Okay. Pantaloons. Wait, where did I missed something here.
Don't worry, just put it anywhere.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we need noun.
Vampire steak.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Vampire steak. A color, which I think Twitter might have been helping with. Or maybe they weren't. No, they weren't. It's us. We gotta come up with color.
Black.
Black?
Black?
Okay.
All right. And then now Twitter's helping us with the person's name.
There's some votes for you.
Casanova, I got
Oh,
from
Casanova.
Ryan Ward.
Oh, that's
All
a
right.
good one.
That's a good one. And an adjective.
Stinky.
Alrighty. So I think that fills in everything. I just need to check.
And now we're going to generate this Mad Lib, and then she's going to read it like you would any normal Mad Lib.
Yes.
Is this
Cool.
from our normal source we use from, by the way?
No, oh no, it's not. Actually, it's from a website called wordblanks.com.
Is that blinks
Oh.
with an X or spelled normally?
Spelled normally. But I'm
Thanks
just
for that.
hoping it's processed. Oh, here we go. Okay, so it is called My Strange Dream. Here we go. My dream started off with my mother-in-law and I as nerf herders in Zimbabwe. We were doing our job when a group of flying unicorns came amongst the townspeople. One of them stole a woman riding a laser beam in the street and flew off into the Golden Lagoon. My mother-in-law and I had to rescue him somehow, so we followed the baby blue invisibility cloak road when we heard a farting banthas coming towards us. We both hopped on one and headed for the crazy waterfall ahead. Loudly, we could not find the person who was taken. We got off our banthas, and suddenly we were in a hot desert surrounded by bloody red sand, cactuses, and smurfs. This was squishy. We were very kooky at this point. Even our outfits changed. I was no longer wearing a cowboy Speedo.
Cowboy Speedo, that's
That
good.
was too funny. Anyway, I was no longer wearing a cowboy Speedo, ascots, and knee-high pantaloons. The clouds suddenly turned turquoise, and a large talking zombie pirate appeared in the sky that told us to sext. In fact, it told us to sext for our lives.
Thanks for your lives. That's
Oh
a
my
good
God.
shirt.
Yeah. We looked at each other and muted straight for a small Zorro that we saw from a distance. There, we found the person who was taken, laying in a puddle of bantha milk. We each took a pinky toe and dragged the body to a sand globe where the person finally woke up. all three of us fell asleep on a piece of beret, and by dusk, we were in Brazil on a vampire stake floating down a black river with a talking bigger unicorn called Casanova. Then I woke up, and although I thought my dream was really stinky, I didn't want it to end.
That's the most amazing Geeky
time.
Madlib we've ever done.
That was awesome.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
That was great.
Yes, your subconscious is a scary place.
Such amazing imagery in that story.
I know.
Writing down a vampire stake on, like, I don't know what the hell it was. It was.
I know.
great.
And then
A cowboy
with a talking
speedo.
bigger unicorn.
Cowboy
called
speedos.
Yeah, Anthony
Yeah,
Davis
cowboy
tweeted in, "I need a cowboy speedo."
Yeah.
That's very manly.
And then Carlos Ramirez tweeted in a farting mantis. It wasn't. Was it a mantis?
No, it was Banthas.
Bantha. No. So yeah, farting bantha from Star Wars, which I feel is very accurate. Like I think banthas probably do fart a lot and really smell bad.
I think farting mantis is probably one of those kung fu styles, right? Farting mantis.
Yeah, like praying mantis. It's farting mantis.
Yeah, this is the new version.
It's
Revisited.
like the entry level. It's like you start off.
Yeah, I start
Mantis,
farting.
and then you-
Right.
When you get into this farting, then you start praying. You're more advanced or something.
Nice.
That was great. That was awesome, Nicole.
That was fun. Good job, guys.
That was wordblanks.com.
Wordblanks? Yeah, wordblanks.com. Because I
Alright.
know the last time we used Geeky or Madlibs, we were having a hard time finding some of the really geeky ones that were originally on there. I think they switched it up. So
We use so many of theirs that that's the thing. So they have a lot of awesome
Yes.
ones too, though. Yeah,
they do. Yeah.
All right, very good, excellent. Thank you, Twitter, for helping us out. You can keep tweeting us at @SuperGeekedUp, #SGU. We got some geeky news we're going to talk about. I'm just throwing my pen against the microphone. There you go.
So excited for geeky
Yeah,
news.
I'm so excited. I actually am. You know why? Because we're talking Zorro and Star Wars, and I love both those things, so I actually am very excited. So excited as a farting bantha. All right.
Oh, Jeff.
Someone needs to make a comic of that. Come on.
Yes. Somebody do it and tweet us in.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're going to talk that, and we're going to do character cage match. But first, if you are not watching the live version, we're going to do a quick commercial break, and we'll see you back in a second.
Welcome back from commercial break. You're here with Super Geeked Up and Leondro Silva from Rio WebFest and Oposto to Sexo, and we are about to, I think, talk geeky news, right?
That is what we're about to do.
That
Yes.
is what we're
Very
doing.
good. All right. So Tanya, what do we got in the world of geeky news?
We have, again, also a few of my favorite things. Zorro and Star Wars. Actually, that would be an interesting mashup, just saying. First thing is a post-apocalyptic Zorro movie. So, I was a huge fan of Zorro when I was a child. I used to watch the black and white TV show after school every day. And
Did you watch the? When I was younger, I watched there was like a Family Channel version in the States at least.
yeah, I think that's the one I probably saw.
Like in the 90s.
Oh.
No, it wasn't black and white. It was like a more modern one, but it
I was going to say, because that's the one I saw. That's what
Yeah.
said black and
I
white.
love
I was
that.
like,
I
wait a
love that
second.
one, man.
No.
I love that show.
Here's the thing. The guy who played Zorro in the black and white version was hot. Like,
Wow.
hot.
So is that the only reason you watched it? Is that what you're
Oh
telling
yeah,
us?
he looked really good in those pants. I'm just
in those pantaloons.
The pantaloons.
Anyway, so fan of Zorro, just putting that there. And so there are rumors. Well, basically they're shopping around a post-apocalyptic Zorro. So instead of fighting for the peasants and against the landowners, he's going to be fighting against tyrants of some kind. And I guess originally like Fox was involved. I don't think there are anymore, but it's one of these things where they're shopping around to try and get this thing made. So yeah, what are people's thoughts on a futuristic Zorro?
Wait a second. I have a really good thought because I read that article and it said they're looking for filmmakers. So right here, my name is Nicole. I would love to direct this film. And
What about what the fuck about the rest of us?
Can you put him in the pants?
I thought you were gonna say like all of us are gonna be involved. You're like, nope, screw you two. Screw
Yeah.
Zorro too.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
No, okay, you know what though? We could actually be like a producing team on it. Actually.
I don't want to do anything with you anymore.
What?
Yeah, you want someone to carry the boxes around?
Yeah, exactly. That's what you
Yeah.
could be the PAs.
She wants
Yeah.
to
You can be the interns.
The bathroom's a
No.
mess. Someone has to clean it.
Tanya, you can size the guy's pants.
Okay.
Oh
I think
my
she'll like
gosh.
that.
Well, I was thinking like Tanya. Okay, so Tanya could write it,
Okay.
right? Actually, Jeff, if you
Wear
want to direct
sexy
it.
pants.
All right, anyway, look, none of us are doing any of this stuff on Zorro, all right? So let's just get that out of our minds.
Maybe.
Well, they
you
said
never
they're
know.
looking for filmmakers. I
They
was thinking
said it.
it's in the article.
All right,
Did you
well,
not read
okay,
the
fine,
article,
yes.
Jeff?
I would love to do Zorro. Yes, I would love to, sure. Okay, fine, we're going to do it.
We'll pitch for that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
even if we don't do it, I'm still very excited because I do love Zorro. I think he's a great character. Yeah, like I said, I kind of grew up on that one TV version of Zorro. I think the Antonio Banderas, The Mask, what was it? The Mask of Zorro was the first one, I think. I think that was great. I think they did a great job with that one.
That was really good, yeah.
Yeah. And so Post-Apocalyptic, I kind of dig that because it's a different version of Zorro we've never seen before. At least I can't think of that in the movies anyway. I think that could be cool. I mean, I would hope it would still have.
Right?
I still hope it would have swords involved still, though, which would still fit a post-apocalyptic world.
Because it's not Zorro without the
Yes,
Yeah.
the Z is what you're
yeah,
doing.
you know what.
Maybe you could do a W just to do things different. Or just put www.z.
He puts his whole website in.
Or do a @ like for
Hashtag.
Twitter.
You might do like a
Hashtag, perfect.
Yeah, hashtag Zorro.
Hashtag Zorro.
Because the internet's going to be working really well in a post-apocalyptic world.
Well, you know what? It could. If it was kind of like a really futuristic, where I don't know, just
And there was no apocalypse that actually happened in this post-apocalyptic world.
well, yeah, I guess. Because who would be using the interwebs, right? I don't know. Well, maybe like the zombies or something.
The zombie
maybe
pirates.
The zombie pirates have access to smartphones. And actually, maybe it's to a point where they don't even have smartphones. They just think of it, and then it, like, sends out the message.
Maybe
online.
this is why we're not the filmmakers they're
Yeah.
trying to get.
No,
to
but
do
actually,
this.
dude, I actually think she's onto something here. Zorro fighting zombie pirates, that's gold right there. Come on.
That have smartphones on their heads. Instead of bandanas, they have like smartphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Zombie pirates with smartphones.
So Alexander Martin has tweeted in to stop harassing Nicole Awkward. He really wants to hear her ideas, and she was going to pitch it like a real-world audition video. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know is that what you were going to do?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
like, hey, I'm Nicole. I can direct this.
right.
You know, like,
Okay,
yeah.
I get it.
like that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I know. It's like, actually, I haven't seen Real World in a really long time. But yes, exactly like that.
Oh my god, you should just do like a template of that. Like, hey, I'm Nicole. I could direct, and then like ADR, the name of the film every time. So like, hey, I'm Nicole. I could direct The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Nicole. I could direct Pirates of the
Star Wars.
Caribbean.
Hey, I'm Nicole, and I want to direct Sharknado 3.
No, too late.
Sorry,
You didn't do
Doug.
4.
4.
I think you've already lost the job.
Well, that's
I
fine.
don't
You're just dubbing it in, so you can fix it. It's all good.
know. Sure.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Well, I haven't seen it, so. But I
We
will
actually
see
spent a
it.
lot of time into the show trying to convince Sci-Fi Network to let us direct their movies, I feel.
I know, too, yeah.
I feel as though we've got really good ideas, and they just aren't hearing us
Right,
out.
like that Zombie Pirate Zorro one, I think, is right up Sci-Fi's alley. I feel.
Gold.
Yeah, gold.
We could just, the people that do, what is it called, the Asylum? Okay. See, this is perfect. Remember we were talking about how do their pitch meetings go, like Airplane versus Volcano? How does that happen? So it's like, well, Zombie Pirate versus Zorro.
No, yeah, it's
Right?
like, all right, so
In the
let's see.
future.
Zorro that does hashtags instead of Z's.
yeah.
It's like, all right, so we've done a lot of zombie movies. What do we need to do? What's different? Zombie pirates, that's it.
It's not a
All
pirate.
right, okay, that's great. What else? Oh, I know. They have smartphones in their heads. Right, brilliant. All right, what else? They're fighting Zorro. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect, man. That's a huge hit.
Yeah.
Sci-fi, call us.
Go.
We have 1 million of these.
But if you
Yeah.
really want to make it have like lots of money, you need to put them all on the boat and sink it. It's like Titanic, zombie boat, pirates, smartphones,
With Celine Dion singing in the
post-apocalyptic
background.
I like where you're headed with this, Leondro. This is good.
Yes, it's gold.
I know, I'm like writing it down. Where's my pen?
I know, like both of you are
Just
throwing
put
pens
James
around.
Cameron on it.
Uh-huh.
Well, it'd easily
No,
make
this
a
is
billion.
too good for James Cameron. Come on.
Yeah. He don't
Let him
deserve
do those
this.
damn Avatar movies.
Yeah. Let him make another $1 billion off of everything he makes.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We don't need that money.
I have nothing that I want to see.
Eli David just tweeted in, and he's like, I like my hashtag Zorro with giant eagle's wings and dueling with a giant serpent on the surface of the sun.
That's quite an image.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
with cowboy
we now have a
speedos.
location, people.
With cowboy speedos. Yeah.
That's how they keep cool, because they're on the sun.
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of my burns. I'm not really quite sure which.
Yep.
So I guess moral of the story, we're excited if they
Yes.
actually make it.
We're very excited about Zorro.
Yeah.
And zombies.
And zombies. And speedos.
And pirates.
Got it. Next item. Disney, with World and Land, I believe, supposedly are getting a little bit of a facelift in the sense of getting Star Wars Land.
Star Wars Land.
Is that how we're calling it?
Well, I don't know if they're going to call it, but then whatever. We'll call it that for now, right?
I
'Cause
think it's
everything
called
else-
like Lucas Land or something or Lucas
No.
World because I saw I don't know if this was just someone like a fan doing it, but they basically like sketched out like when you go to Disneyland or Disney World and they have that map, like the drawn map, it's like that, but it says like Lucas World, I think it's like the Death Star in the middle, and then there's like all these things around it. I just saw this today, and I don't know. Again, this could be just a fan doing it, or it could be legit.
I just hope they change from Lucas World to J.J. Abrams World, so it's gonna
No,
be a big
get outta
hit,
here.
big hit. Yeah.
I love Abrams. They're not going to be calling it that.
But then they could add Star Trek and then just checking. They don't want Star Trek.
No, they don't
Well, I
understand.
know, like, in gear of that, like, for example, because I still have friends that work at Disneyland, they turned Space Mountain, I guess, into hyperspace, and then the Star Tours, they're adding new scenes from the new movie into the Star Wars ride, and
Which is cool.
originally, yeah, really cool. And someone was telling me, it's all like gossip, that they thought that the before this was like officially announced, I was wearing a Star Wars shirt, I was at a restaurant, and the server's like, oh, so I heard that they're gonna get rid of Toontown and replace it with Star Wars Land, and then all of a sudden, like a few days later, I hear that they are doing Star Wars Land, but then I read that it's actually, I think, not gonna be in Toontown. I think they're having a separate site that's like in the same area, but like off-site basically, where they're, because I think it's like 14 acres or something like that.
I was gonna say they're gonna need a lot of space.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of space.
On Twitter, Honky Tonk Buffalo just tweeted in, I want a Bespin section of Star Wars Land. They could serve a carbon-free slushy.
Ooh, that
Nice.
sounds good.
That's a good idea. So my sister was telling me about this last night. She's a Disney fanatic, and she reads everything about Disney. So this, she said, it all came from the official like Disney blog or whatever, their site. So I'm talking about Disney World, by the way. That's the one we've been the most to. So Star Tours there is in the Hollywood Studios, which used to be MGM Studios, and they're expanding that a ton. She actually said Star Wars Land, when it's done, I guess, will be the biggest land in all of Disney World at that point.
Oh,
like
wow.
if you take the different, like Tomorrowland or whatever, all the other places, you know.
Wow.
Wow.
So Star Tours, they're like Nicole said, they're revamping. The coolest thing, they're going to revamp Ewok Village, which is there, which I always loved. That's what to get to Star Tours in Disney World, you actually walk through Ewok Village, which is
Oh,
amazing.
cool.
Yeah. She said what's really cool, and this doesn't know exactly how this is going to work, but there's going to be a Millennium Falcon ride where somehow you're kind
Wow.
of piloting the Millennium
Oh
Falcon,
my gosh.
which sounds like the coolest thing ever.
Shut up and take my money, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually.
There's going to be some kind of, I guess, she said new planet or something from like the film or something, I guess, in there. I don't know. There's going to be a roller coaster, supposedly, I guess, in the land too. So they're doing a lot of stuff. If you said there's gonna be the Death Star there, that's really cool.
Well, I think that's what it looked like to me, but again, I saw this really quickly, and I don't know if this was like official or if it was like fans. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Death Star, Alexander Martin just tweeted in, it's weird for there to be a thing called the Death Star in the middle of the happiest place on Earth.
Right? So maybe I'm
Oh,
wrong.
Happy
Maybe
Star
that's not
would be-
what that is. I don't know.
That's true. Maybe they'll
But-
call it the I don't know if there's another name you could call the Death Star. It still says Death Star.
Not that deadly star.
Not that bad.
Not
Not
that
that bad
star.
star. Yeah, okay.
So I think this sounds obviously awesome. I mean, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I can't wait to go. And Star Tours has always been one of my favorite rides at Disney. So this is super cool. The only thing that's a bummer at Disney World, at least, there's a Indiana Jones stunt show, and they're going to actually taking that out to make room for the Star Tours. That's the
that
one bummer.
sucks.
But at least they're replacing it with another Harrison Ford property.
That is cool, and you got the Millennium Falcon thing, so he's still going to be like represented there.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Cool.
I actually have this story to tell you though about Star Tours. I actually don't like the Star Tours ride, but
What?
No,
Does it
no,
give you motion sickness?
It does. That's why. Otherwise, I think it's amazing, but it gives me like a migraine and I get incredibly sick. Otherwise, like, yeah, it'd be one of my favorite rides. One time, you know how they.
Did we go on that when we were there, Jeff? I don't remember doing that.
No, you know why? Because we were saving that for the end with our Fast Pass, and that's when the earthquake hit.
Oh shoot.
So when Jonathan Robbins and I did when we went back, but you have not been on, Tanya, which is sad.
They picked me as the rebel spy before. I got picked as the rebel spy.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick you as a rebel spy. I think they would catch you.
But that's what I'm saying is though, like the cast member picked me, so when I came up on the screen, I was the
I know,
rebel
that's
spy.
great.
And then
That's
everyone
fantastic.
looks at me. I was like, it's not me, I promise.
No, what do you mean? You want to be the rebel spy? That's good. You don't want to be in the Empire.
Well, that's true. But
This
everyone
Star
looked at
Wars
me like I was
Tours,
bad.
is it? How old is it?
What, Star
ride.
Tours, the ride?
Star Tours, the ride. How old is it?
Well, the original ride has been around for quite a while, actually.
Mm-hmm.
They revamped it about, I don't know, a few years ago, like 3
Oh, they
4 years ago,
revamped
I
it,
wanna
yeah.
say.
Because I
And they
visited
just
like
they just
Disney
did
World in the
same thing,
90s.
but they did new movies for it. And if you don't know, folks, it's a motion simulator where you're like in this ship and you know it feels like you're flying through the galaxy and stuff. And
It's amazing.
like now the current ones I've done the one. There's one on Hoth, which is awesome. They have ones from the prequels and the other ones too, and the original ones too. And now I guess they're adding ones from the new movies, which will be cool to see.
Yep.
Because I went to Disney when I was a kid, like in the 90s, and I remember going into the Star Tours ride.
Yes, they
But
had that there.
then
Yep.
I just went it again this year with my wife when we went to the AWTV Awards. We went in Los Angeles for a couple of days before, so we went to Disneyland and we actually went to the ride again. So I was wondering if it was the same ride. Or...
No, it was different than what you saw originally. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, same kind of concept, but just different movies.
They had some on the Back to the Future too, right? But they took it out.
Back to the Future used to be in Universal.
They had Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, and they had Captain EO, and then I think they did. What did they do after that? I'm trying to remember.
The Guardians of the Galaxy, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I haven't been there in a while, but I think they're. Yeah, and I think they did something with Big Hero 6 too. In there, and I don't remember what they're going back to. I wonder if they're doing something Star Wars related, but...
Alexander Martin on Twitter says, lightsaber fight stunt show. That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have that, though.
They do actually at Disneyland already, right?
Mm-hmm. They have, like, a Jedi Training Academy.
They do, you're right.
For kids, right?
I wanted to do it, but they wouldn't let me.
No, yeah, it's a kid.
Like, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And Eli David says, maybe call it the Happy Sunshine Unicorn Star.
Oh, see, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's not surprising that this is happening. I mean, Disney now owns everything, so
yeah,
of course they were going to do a Star Wars land. Like,
Right. But I think it's cool that they already had it for like 20 years already, so it's cool that they're expanding on something they already did do.
Yeah, true.
That's cool.
I'm really looking forward for the movie on the end of the year. Eh?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Those trailers are like mind-blowing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna wear
And they're doing
stuff on the premiere?
What, a costume?
Yeah, you guys are
I
gonna wear
should, man.
costumes
We
and
should wear
stuff?
costumes.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Nicole can be an Ewok.
Well, that's a good idea. I was thinking it could be Asaka, even though she's not in the movies, but she's still in the same
Oh,
version.
you love Asaka.
I love her. I think if I were, I think it's funny. So Scott, my husband, he loves R2D2, and I just think it'd be so funny if he were to like somehow dress up as R2D2.
Actually, no, Nicole, you need to go as Chewbacca carrying a baseball bat.
Oh my gosh.
Carrying a baseball bat.
What do we always get Nicole to demonstrate when we do this?
Yeah.
Like, charade, but you can talk.
Yeah, and I could have like a jersey on, like a team jersey, like a super geeked up baseball team jersey or something.
If you go to Chewbacca, I would suggest someone bringing a comb and
Combing my hair.
yeah, combing your Chewbacca outfit and putting like medicine for fleas, you know. Like,
Oh my gosh,
picking,
that's funny.
picking stuff from you. It's not actually fleas, the one that humans have. What's the name of this?
Oh, lice.
Yeah, lice.
Lice, yeah.
Oh, this is a great conversation. How did we get on this?
Yeah.
You're like pretending to eat, you know, like monkeys
That's gross.
Oh my
It's like
gosh,
Tangent
that's so
Tales
funny.
without the actual.
I know, it's like, well, that's interesting. Lice.
So our next Geeky News item, which
Sorry, before you do that, 1 second. Let me one last tweet in. Alexander Martin got very excited. He says, "Jedi training, what? I need to be Tom Hanks from Big in reverse. Where's that damn fortune teller machine?"
Maybe they'll have it for adults and like be expanded.
They should, man. I don't.
I know.
You think
they
only
really
kids
should.
want to freaking do a lightsaber? Everybody wants to be a Jedi and have a lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Well, we can have our own Jedi training academy.
Like just on our own, or we go to Disney and we pretend we're doing a Jedi training.
No,
Yeah.
I mean we create our own in our like videos and stuff. We could do like a little how-to
That's a great idea, actually.
series of like how to become a Jedi.
That's probably the best idea you've ever had, to be honest with you.
Oh my god, thanks!
She's so happy.
Congrats.
Just call me like the idea machine. Although I'm really not that great with
All right,
ideas.
let's not go that crazy yet.
Yeah.
And plus, every time you do a great idea and you're like, yes, we should do this, i.e. raps or jingles, after we're like, okay, yeah, we should, because you're so excited. And then, like, the second before we do them, you're like, oh, I don't know if this is a good idea, guys.
That's too late. We gotta do
Too
it.
late, we're doing it.
Eli David, by the way, says, "Would the Mos Eisley section be too shady?" Probably for Disney, but I think that's a great idea. I would love to go into Mos Eisley Cantina that has like a restaurant in Disney.
No, you know what? They would do something like that because in
totally
California
would.
Adventure, they have like a when they did like a Tron thing, they had like the bar from
Yeah,
Tron.
I get. All right, they could. They're right. They could do it without anybody getting shot, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to go the one where people get shot.
They would just Disney-fy it a little bit, right? Like, they'd make it not shady.
Guys, listen, California Adventure is like adult theme, really. It's so I would think that maybe they would go more adult with Star Wars Land. They might possibly.
I don't know. I think it's to be very kid-oriented as well, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying with the DCA, Disney California Adventure, they do have like bars and alcohol and stuff like that, whereas in Disneyland they don't. So I know that maybe Star Wars Land they probably would make it similar to the California Adventure.
All right, I want to see the Mos Eisley Cantina then.
I think they'll do it.
All right, I'm gonna keep.
All right.
You're gonna.
Adventure
They
with
Go to
better.
them every day.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very excited about doing lightsaber training. Eli David says they need this for adults with actual working lightsabers. I'm willing to put my life in danger for this. All
I can
right.
get behind that. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. There. Cool. We weren't screwed around.
Of course not. It's Star Wars. Anyway, so our next news item, I was trying actually not to be the one to talk about it.
'Cause you have to pronounce it.
No, well, there's that, but
We'll talk about you then.
okay. So there is a WebFest in Spain, and I've been honestly asking all of my friends and my friends who were from the UK and from Europe, how do I actually say this, and they all have told me different ways.
Ask Leondro. Leondro, how do you say this?
Is
How
it
they say
Bilbao?
Bilbao?
Bilbao, right?
Bilbao.
Wow,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. All
Bilbao.
right, so take that, all the people who kept saying it's Bilbao.
No, it's Bill Bao. What are
No.
you talking about?
Yeah, no, don't listen to those people.
Like BB.
Yeah,
Crazy
no.
people. Bill Bao. Okay, perfect. Because that's how I started saying it, and then I kept being corrected, and then corrected the other way.
No, that's
Anyway,
right.
so there's WebFest in October, and Jeff got a nomination for Super Geeked Up, or Super Knocked Up for writing.
Best writing.
Yeah, it's awesome. And
Tanya got nominated for Best Canadian. Okay,
Congrats.
actually, she got nominated for Best Supporting Actress, right? For Asset.
yes,
Oh, amazing.
Yay!
people finally figured out that I'm not actually evil and I'm not actually Russian.
Yes.
Right.
Do you speak Russian?
No.
No? They just do like the Ruski and people
I
believe.
just do an accent which could be considered Russian at points.
So you just
You're really building yourself up here to get this award.
She did an amazing job.
She did.
And, and not only that, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Deepu also got a Best Supporting Actor nomination.
That was in Miami WebFest, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was it? Oh.
Yes.
There were so many nominations that came out in the last
Go
one.
back to your Star
There's a
Wars
lot of really
idea.
amazing nominations, and I'm trying to keep it all straight, but I'm just thinking, I feel like all of you guys, I'm so lucky to know you. All you guys are super talented and super creative, and it's obviously only a matter of time before you guys get, serious recognition for it, because you guys should. You're awesome.
Well, that's
can.
nice. Oh, that's Nicole being super sweet.
Being so nice.
And then I'm going to be like, I knew them win. Yeah. So.
No, you're going to be directing Zorro.
Sharknado
on
4.
the
Hashtag
sun.
Zorro.
We're going to be saying we know you win.
Aw.
Anyway, so yes, congrats to everyone who's gone. There's so many so many different fests released their nominations this week. So congrats to everyone this week who got awesome news and are now frantically looking to see if they should travel places.
So is all you
Yeah.
guys going, though? Or, Leondro, are you going? And Jeff, you're going? And
I can't go.
People send us some money.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need to prepare for my own web
Oh, that's
first.
right.
I got a
Rio's
nomination.
next month.
I got a nomination for best sketch comedy or on a Mets.
You did, yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw a post of the Sexo on the nomination video. We're looking at going. We're trying to figure out whether or not that's feasible. So, seeing if we're sharing an apartment with people and all that stuff. So,
Have you been to
it's
Spain?
No.
I've not been to Spain, and I'm very excited to go to Spain. So,
Should be really good.
yeah, I've been doing some research on the city and areas around it, and it looks really awesome. So, we'll see.
And I know them. I know Oliver and Rose, and they're awesome. They're great hosts.
Yeah, they're great.
They are
people.
awesome, yeah.
Great people.
They're really awesome. Rose speaks like 7 languages or something. She's like a human C-3PO or something.
Yeah, that's a great
Like-
reference, actually.
Yeah.
You should tell her that.
Polylingual? Is that what it's called?
A what?
Polylingual?
Yeah.
I think so.
What that?
Something like that?
Multilingual?
Multilingual, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, Nicole's just making things
She's
up.
making up
I'm just
words.
making stuff up.
Making up words.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I direct and make up words.
I make
Ha!
Yeah, pretty much. I sit at home. I'm like, what can I make up today?
When she first got online, do you guys have those when you have those political advertisements for the elections? You have a woman that does the sign language when
Yeah.
someone's talking. Do you have
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
Yeah.
So when Nicole first got in, her sound was really low, and I got that reference in my head. I said, she's gonna do sign language in the middle of the show.
I wish I knew it. I really don't, though. I know a couple words, and that's it.
It's
That
really
would-
nice.
That would be fun, though, if I could do that. I like sign language. I'm like, oh my gosh.
All right, so there's our geeky news. We got one more game coming up, character cage match. We got some awesome battles that Tanya has prepared. Yes. So before we do that, folks, we have a Patreon page set up, which is where people, if you dig what we're doing, either the YouTube show or the podcast, And you can pledge a monthly amount to us, pretty much anywhere from $5 upwards, to support us, which we really appreciate it, and you get some cool things. So Maria Duran just pledged actually $50 a month to us, which is really awesome, and thank you so much, Maria. You rock. And thank you to all the other supporters who have pledged so far. But at $50 a month, what you get is we're going to mention something about your site or your Twitter or something like that you're doing every week. So here's just, we're going to read a little bit about what Maria's doing, and because we really appreciate her support, and then we'll do some character cage match. All right, so as you guys know, we're all huge geeks, and we aren't afraid of letting the world know it. Ours is a special kind of geek brand that we love to make as welcoming and inclusive as possible. By the way, Tanya and I wrote this. We're super excited to have discovered...
It seems like you're not reading.
I know, dude, but I didn't have time to memorize it because I was driving a million different places this week. I know.
That's true. That's true. Go ahead.
I got to do it. Do you have it memorized? You can do it.
I haven't memorized. All right,
then why are you giving me a hard time?
Start again. Go again. Start.
All right.
He's mean. This is why she looks Russian. This is why she's getting the nomination, you know.
I know. This is why I don't get acting nominations, because I don't act. All right. As you guys know, we're all huge geeks, and we aren't afraid of letting the world know it. Ours is a special kind of geek brand that we love to make as welcoming and inclusive as possible. We're super excited to have discovered our geeky corner of the interwebs. But if you want help figuring out your brand, definitely check out #BrandChat on Twitter every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, moderated by our amazing Patreon supporter, Maria Duran. Be sure to join Maria and others in the Nerf, which is their chat room at nerf.com/brandchat. We were hoping that's a discussion about scruffy-looking Nerf ridders, but apparently it's about branding, and that's really cool too. And Nerf is spelled N-U-R-P-H, so different than Nerf ridders in Star Wars. So check that out, #BrandChat. @BrandChat is also where you can find them on Twitter, and she does some really awesome stuff about branding. All right, thank you, Maria. No thanks to Tanya for giving me a hard time. And
I'm just saying, I am.
No, it was.
He's Russian. He's Russian. Russians are mean, man.
I haven't played a mean Russian in a while, guys, but sometimes she just comes out. Okay.
This guy, it's natural. She's a natural.
Can I read a tweet that's about me? I'm sorry, I got really excited by it. It's from Alexander Martin at 2 a.m._bachelor. He's like, can we do a web series starring Nicole Awkward as the qualifier? She's like the super spy that doesn't think. Oh, sorry, that doesn't think her plans will work, but then they are super successful, like a live-action Archer style spy satire, which is so funny because Archer is hilarious and like doesn't think things through, but then the plans end up working. It's so funny. Yeah, I love that idea.
I'm going to share another tweet from Alexander Martin. When he said, when he said, "Have you been to Spain?" I thought he said, "Have you been spanked?" #Spain sex.
Oh, sorry for my accent, guys.
No, look, we don't even have to ask that about Tanya. All right, we know what's going on there.
There's so many things that I'm trying not to say that are inappropriate.
Yeah.
And if it's me, and you know how inappropriate they must be if I'm trying to stop myself from saying it. So, I will say that I'll be traveling with my husband, so that'll be fun.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
No, he's not.
So the answer is yes, that will be happening, Alex.
Okay, you can't tell, thank God. My face just went bright red.
Yeah. No, I can tell.
Oh, God.
I know, it's almost like the video game thing.
What's the video game thing?
No, we're not talking about that on air.
Oh.
Yeah,
I always been wanting to bring that up, but I haven't. All right, damn it.
I know, I'm not going to go into detail, but it was just such a funny story.
We're squashing that down now.
Dude, someday you should tell that though, man. It's a great story. All right. Now everybody's gonna be like, oh my God, what is this story?
Yeah, what's the video game story?
You know what, Twitter? You can have fun making up stories. Enjoy it. I will open that door. I will neither confirm or deny if any of them are true.
All right. So anyway, so we have one more game coming up. We're going to take one last commercial break if you're not watching live. So we'll see you back in a second.
Welcome back from commercial break. Ding.
What was that?
I don't know.
Was it like a twinkle in your eye or twinkle in
That
your
was
teeth?
exactly what it was. I was like, ding. Yeah.
Ding.
Very nice. All right. So, speaking of spanking, let's see who gets spanked in this character cage match.
Oh my god.
Dude, like I try to make these segues. All right, I think that was pretty good actually. But
It's more the I just like died down from the redness and it just like came back. Anyway. Character cage match. Woo!
yes, yeah,
We need to
right.
look excited.
I'm still thinking of spanking. I'm sorry. It's
Oh
ridiculous.
my god. Anyway, so character cage match is one of our classic games, which usually does not involve spanking, but it does involve fighting. Where we have a selection of different characters and we have to defend why our character would win in a fight against the other characters. So I have a couple of options. So I thought maybe I'd start with the first one with Batman, Wolverine, and Daredevil. Yeah, I know. I thought that would be an interesting matchup. Trio? Fight.
That would be a trio.
Yep. Nice, nice.
Do they fight against each other or they fight with each other?
Against each other.
Against, okay.
Yeah, so why your character, whichever one you choose, would beat the other two, why they would win. So, Leondro, I don't know if you want to pick first, if you want to pick a character
He's the guest.
first.
Let him pick first.
Okay, I picked Daredevil.
Okay, cool. Nicole.
I will pick. I think I'm gonna pick Wolverine.
Okay.
Oh shit! I went last and I still got Batman. That's awesome.
So what happens is you'll each give your arguments as to why your character is the best fighter and would win. And at the end, at some point, I will jump in and I will decide who made the best argument. Sound good?
Okay.
Before we do that, by the way, Tanya, I just wanted to show Alexander Martin on Twitter says Tanya Dodds is my idol.
Hey.
I know. Lieutenant. Anyway. So who wants to go first? Who wants to argue their character first?
I guess I can go.
Yeah, Nicole, go ahead.
Okay, so the cool thing about Wolverine is he is a mutant, and he has a lot of superhuman abilities, which I'm sorry to say, but Batman is just like a regular person, and he's kind of like a sad person and really depressed, and he's just like, because he misses his family, and so that kind of gets in the way of things. So, you know, and then Daredevil, I mean, I know he's great, but the fact that he's blind can kind of get in the way of things. So, why I think Wolverine would win, so he has these, like, animal-like senses where he could easily, like, sense if someone's coming near him, and he can easily whip out his claws and slash you to pieces. And and also, like, if you're gonna try and come after him, he has a healing factor, so it's gonna be really, 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 really hard to kill him because he's gonna be able to kill you first. That's my argument.
Okay.
Leondro, you want to go with Daredevil?
You can go first.
All right. All right. Here's why Batman is gonna win. You are correct. Batman does not have any special powers, and that's why he's awesome. Because with no special powers whatsoever, he can take down any superhero or supervillain, as he's proven many, many times, even taking down Superman in Frank Miller's series. So, all right, here's the thing. So Batman is more intelligent than either of these dudes. He's probably the most intelligent superhero out there, right? Master detective, master strategist. He thinks like 100 moves ahead of anybody else. So here's the thing with Wolverine, right? Okay, yes. So he's got these great claws, and they're made of adamantium. Adamantium is a metal. So all Batman needs to do, because he's also an amazing inventor and he's brilliant, is concoct these super powerful, huge magnets to trap Wolverine, and he's not going to do anything. Just like Magneto was basically in the first X-Men movie, Wolverine had nothing. He couldn't do anything against Magneto.
But see, Wolverine would sense that was coming, and he'd.
How is he going to sense it? He can't smell a magnet. He
can't smell a magnet, but I think he could sense the danger is lurking.
All right, he doesn't have the force.
He senses and it doesn't show up. He sends a note saying, "I can't be there. I have to go someplace else."
Yes.
Or he could just put Wolverine in like this metal box and put it like, I don't know, 100 feet down in the earth. I don't care how about his healing power. He's just going to be stuck there.
How would you even get him? He's not even going to stand still long enough for you to try and capture him.
He'll just shoot him from like the super powerful dart that's going to knock him out. He'll throw it in he'll throw a batarang, and the batarang will be laced with this super fast-acting, powerful sleeping potion.
Yeah, but he has like cat-like reflexes, and he's gonna like dodge it, and you're not even.
This is what he does. He's like, ah!
Or he might use his claws
I'm Wolverine.
That's the
we'll just like claw the batarang in half, and then it's clawed into pieces.
All right, and with Daredevil, look, so Daredevil is a excellent martial artist, but Batman is described as the best martial artist on the planet. So I'm sorry, Daredevil's going to get close, but he's just not going to be able to take out Batman. And he doesn't have all the gadgets Batman does. He has these 2 sticks, and that's it. Leondro, go ahead.
Okay. Well, Daredevil can lose the fight, but since he's a lawyer, he'll sue their asses even if he's dead afterwards. Because he has Foggy, you know, so he just does an arrangement with Foggy. Even though he loses, you guys are gonna have to pay bills for the rest of your lives, you know. Like,
but that's okay because Bruce Wayne is so rich. He can do that. He can lawyer up so easily, no big problem, man.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. But
that's a problem for Wolverine though, because I feel Wolverine is broke.
Yeah, he is broke, but it's not going to come to that point because he's going to take Daredevil out. He's going to break his little baton in half, claw it in half, and then he's going to, like, claw, like, his head, and so he's not going to have his, like, intuition and, like, echolocation sonar or whatever anymore. And he's just gone.
Vocabulary.
Like, done. Yeah.
He's like a dolphin.
I think I'm ready to rule.
Oh, wait. Oh, my, that was quick. Before you do that, I know this will not have any bearing on your decision, but on Twitter, Honky Tonk Buffalo says, before we get started, Jeff wins automatically because it's Batman.
Yeah.
And then this is actually really good. Ryan Ward, who was thinking very similar to me, says Batman with 2 weapons, a large magnet, I said that, and, which I should have said, a large bell to take out Daredevil, plus he beats Superman. That's the thing, dude. I was thinking this when I was watching Daredevil last night, because I'm still working through the series. If you just had this big, like, loud sound or bell, he's done. He's totally done. He'll be defeated by anybody.
He's also, like, really bad with, like, smell, so what if Wolverine just, like, rips a new one, like, really bad?
Yeah. He brings in a farting bantha.
The farting bantha.
He just farts, like, really, really bad right in front of him, and Daredevil just passes out.
Yeah, it's hard to defend Daredevil, eh? He's screwed.
Okay, so I'm ready to rule.
By the way, Eli David said, this is a cage. It's a court of pain, not a court of law.
Well, Eli David...
But you're going to choose Daredevil anyway, you jerk.
Yeah, because here's why. I choose on the creativeness of the argument. I have never heard anyone say it doesn't matter whether he loses, because he will. You'll just sue your ass afterwards.
Yeah, because that's a superpower, right? He's like a super lawyer, and lawyers screw everyone. They keep screwing you even after you die. The lawyers still have power on you, right? So
it
doesn't matter
pretty
if
scary,
Batman and Rachel hook up. He'll just make sure all of their children never ever have money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he won't do that because he's in a law firm that has no money and is so broke it's ridiculous.
Not after he sues Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
No, Bruce Wayne will bury him in so much legal stuff. They're not even going to do anything.
But I never saw Bruce Wayne win a battle in court.
Like, exactly. See, here's the thing. I think so. Daredevil would, there would be a little bit of like, oh, pain, whatever. But then he goes full out scorched earth and ruins your family's life for the rest of eternity. Like,
but he wouldn't do that because Daredevil is actually nice. He's
I know,
a
I
hero.
was just gonna say he actually wouldn't.
He wouldn't do that. And Batman is actually not very nice.
No.
That's true.
Yeah,
Batman
is
is a
me.
jerk.
Was that your Batman voice?
I don't know.
That was
I
amazing.
kind of, but not really, because I know it's not really close to that at all. So.
That's amazing. Anyway, my ruling is Daredevil purely on the creative.
That's terrible ruling.
I'm sorry. I
Dang,
also
it's hard.
once chose Thor because someone talked about his flowing hair. So you should know that
Okay,
actually
that's
doesn't make any
ridiculous.
difference.
See, you should not be allowed to do the judge in this anymore. I don't make the
Or I
rulings
should.
based on girls who I think are hot.
Well, no one's stopping you from doing that.
You should know that you have to be very creative in order to get my attention. Anyway,
Oh my
do we
god.
have
But that
time
doesn't
for
make it.
seg-
All right. I should have just talked about. Well, Batman will have sex with Tanya, and then he'll go meet these two up,
Oh my goodness.
which is Tanya's fantasy.
I'm not
With
arguing.
cowboy speedos.
Right. He'll wear a
Cowboy
cowboy
Speedo.
speedo.
And
Cowboy
spanking.
speedos. And spanking. In
Oh.
Spain.
Yeah.
And
I think Batman would be into that actually.
I probably would, actually.
Yeah.
He likes being. Never mind. I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah. I just.
I'm just
Never
gonna
mind.
stop. I'm not gonna go into there. Do we have time for a second one, or do we?
Yeah, we gotta do it because this is the all-female one.
It is. It is. Okay. So, all right. Here are the characters. Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, the new version, so the female Starbuck. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Sarah Connor from Terminator.
I would like Sarah Connor.
Dang.
Oh, you want? Oh, you can have it. Do you want her?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I do. But not this new one. The older one. This new one sucks.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
We mean the
Linda
Linda Hamilton.
We mean one. There's only one.
Yeah. the one-
That new movie doesn't exist.
yeah. Thank you.
Well, so I can only argue Buffy at this point. When I'm afraid
All
maybe
right.
Nicole's in the same boat. No, can you argue Starbuck?
No, I did a lot of research on Starbuck, and I. can
Oh,
argue-
look at this.
I knew. I was like, if I get Starbuck, I really got to make this a good argument because I know Tanya really liked Starbuck, but she really
Oh, yeah,
liked
actually,
Buffy
yeah,
too.
it's
so.
already over. Nicole, you win. That's just it.
There's also Buffy. Come on.
I know that's true. See,
Oh, so Leondro, you're screwed.
I'm screwed. Why?
You gotta get real creative in this one.
But Linda
Yeah, they're
Hamilton's
real
like one of the kick-ass like female characters ever. Like we're in the.
Yeah, well, no, I think she is the best in this batch, but
Anyway, who wants to argue first?
I can argue first.
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Sarah Connor has friends who has a time machine. So even though she loses, she goes back in time and gets a new way to spank her guys.
God. How do I even compete with that? Okay.
well, but
Time
she doesn't have
travel.
any control over the time machine
Yeah, that's true.
whatsoever. So I think that is not going to hold.
Dang.
No. Actually, if let's say she does, well, Starbuck is an amazing pilot, and so I think Starbuck could just go through like a black hole in space and come out into another time period and still beat you.
Oh,
If
okay.
you
That's
go
pretty
to,
heavy shit. Yeah.
Starbuck is gonna fly, and and she has military grade training, and she's an athlete. So here's the thing: because she's an athlete, she has a ton of stamina, so she doesn't get tired quickly. So you can keep like going after her, doing whatever, but she's still gonna be like ready to fight. She's like ferocious, like she could just. And you know what? What's going to happen is you're going to piss her off, and she has this crazy temper, and so she's just not going to stop. Her adrenaline's going to keep running until she takes you down.
But does she shoot this shotgun like this? With one hand? That's tough, man.
Oh my
That's
god.
like acrobatics or something. That's really awesome.
So you know what's even better than military training? Slayer training. And that's what Buffy has. Plus, she has enhanced like strength and all that. She's basically like a superhero, right? These other characters don't have that. They're mere mortals, all right? Buffy, she's the Slayer. You can't say Linda Hamilton is the anything or Starbuck's the anything either. They're just
But I'm
normal
not
people.
a vampire, So why the hell is she coming after me? She's not.
Because Tanya's making her do it in this fight. That's why.
To go after. It's like she'll be fighting me, and all of a sudden she'll see a vampire walk by, and she's like, "Sorry, gotta go, gotta go take care."
Vampire.
We get our characters some certificates like we are not vampires, and then Buffy has to go home because she has no business there.
No, because she doesn't just fight vampires; she fights all kind of supernatural type creatures.
Well, okay, so then like a demon walks by, and she's like, "Sorry, gotta go."
No, there's not. Look, we have to fight each other. That's the rules, all right? I don't make these rules.
Okay, Nicole. Okay, I'll put
I'm trying so hard not to jump
as a
into
demon. So she lures Buffy out of the stuff, and you can win. I'll give you the golden unicorn of victory. I just lure her out dressed as a vampire, put fake teeth on and stuff.
Listen, Buffy also has Giles, who is an amazing mentor.
They're not here. It's just
they are. We bring this in every freaking time. I don't know why you're pretending like this doesn't happen. We always bring in teams and other people, and you're just sad because
has the entire crew. She'll just take
fine, whatever.
The entire crew.
You can take the entire crew, and Buffy's gonna still defeat all of them. Buffy is the only Buffy killed the man she thought she killed, the man she loved to save the world. These two jokers did not do that. They don't have what it takes. When it comes down to it, Buffy's gonna do what she needs to do, and that's why she's gonna win.
You know what's gonna happen is Starbuck's gonna put Buffy in her ship, and then she's gonna like open a door, and Buffy's just gonna fly out.
Also called an airlock.
Yeah, an airlock. She's gonna open the airlock. Buffy's gonna fly out.
Let me roll down this window.
And she's gonna twirl around in space, suffocate, and she's gone.
Like gravity stuff, like.
Exactly.
Awesome.
But then George Clooney would come along and and they would make out, and it would be good.
I can bring T-800 too, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, Buffy has experience with robots, so I think that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm slightly ready to rule, but not based on the arguments that you guys make. Contrary to popular belief that I would automatically choose Starbuck, here's why Buffy would win.
What?
She's just making her own argument at this point. Yeah.
Girls died twice and come back. So
oh my god, I totally forgot about that point.
Back.
That's a great
point.
At
one point, they thought Starbuck actually was a demon or angel, so she would just kill her. So Buffy would just win.
This is not your job.
I'm
You're
just
supposed to just
2 points.
Okay, but you're not the one arguing.
Okay, those are all. I didn't know that about Starbuck because I don't watch BSG. So the dying thing, you're right. I totally should have brought that up. That was.
I should have brought that up. What are you doing?
Still,
Buffy would have won.
Because these guys are bringing up ridiculous points that I'm trying to defend instead of bringing.
Well, all I know is I was ready to also defend Buffy, and I would have brought up that she was resurrected, that she came back to life, but that's okay.
Oh, fine. Yeah. Well, what I wouldn't have brought up is kicking somebody out a door in a spaceship.
That's a valid choice for Starbuck.
No, but you don't call it a door.
Buffy could win the T-1000
too. To be creative, okay? So that's what I was doing. That's all I had to say.
Sorry, What was that, Leondro?
What if I brought the T-1000, the guy?
That would have been better, I think.
Actually, would have been better.
He's badass.
Yeah.
And terrifying.
Because he could have actually disguised himself as somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Like he could have disguised himself as Angel or Spike, and then Buffy would be like, "Oh my God, I love you. Let's have sex." And
then, okay, let's go.
And you know what? Sarah could also do like 1 billion chin-ups, so she's really strong too.
Chin-ups, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And she's like mentally unstable, so she would just go off her rocker and just like flip out on everybody.
That's true.
And she does have experience handling apocalypses. Apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Anyway,
right.
we're still Buffy.
All right. Tanya, you should not, I guess, choose characters, though, where you feel you must leap into the conversation.
Yeah,
I waited until the end. I made my decision based on what you said, because she is a superhero. But then I'm like, you missed a cute point of her dying.
Yeah, but see, Tanya, you were biased. That's not a good game master.
I could have been biased towards
She's always biased, that's what I'm saying. I mean, even though I want this one, which is good, but...
Yeah.
I think you need to pick characters you hate or something.
Yeah.
It's very rare that I hate a character. Very rare.
Oh,
well, that's nice. I guess.
I can appreciate them in their evilness.
I hate Batman from Christopher Nolan.
What?
The third movie sucked big time.
Wait, do you hate the movie? Do you hate the movies too?
But no, I like the first movie and the second, but the third one it ruined the first two.
Wait, so do you not like the way Batman was portrayed with the growling and stuff? Is that what you mean, or?
No, I don't like the way that it ended. Like Batman got fed up about 2 years and then he retired and went to Rome with Catwoman. That sucked big time.
Hey, dude, I would like to go to Rome with Catwoman. Who the fuck wouldn't want to do that?
No, I would too, but the thing is, the movie's so lame, man. It doesn't make any sense.
I know a lot of people don't like it. I love that last one.
I love the second one is really amazing.
It is the best. I agree. Yes.
That action sequence in the beginning, it's really.
That's
really
how you start a movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I start a movie. It's really amazing, but I really didn't like the third one. So.
All right. See, it's okay, Tanya. She almost left the show. He's not dissing Batman that much.
I was really debating whether or not
more dissing like the plot line as opposed to actually Batman.
Okay, that's fair. I can handle that.
Have some water.
Okay.
All right. So that's about. I guess that's gonna wrap us up for this episode of Super Geeked Up. Before we go, Leondro, can you give links once again for Opposite of Sex and Rio WebFest?
Sure. Opposite of Sex is on YouTube. You just look for Opposite of Sex web series or Oposto do Sexo, which is like Oposto DOSEXO.
You got it. And that'll be all of the links and stuff, and then we put in.
Okay, great.
Stuff like that.
And Rio WebFest, we still have submissions open. If you're a AWTV member, you have 20% discount, and it's gonna be great. It's in Rio. It's gonna be really exciting. We hope to see you guys there.
Right.
Here actually.
If you're excited for the Olympics, get more excited because then you get to go to Rio before that and go to Rio WebFest.
Exactly. Yeah. And the Olympics, everything's gonna be really crowded, so you won't have the time and space to enjoy things, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
If you come to Rio WebFest, yeah, you're gonna have samba and have some parades. It's gonna be really nice.
Will you take us on a personal? If we go, will you take us on a personal tour of Rio?
Of course. Have you guys tasted the caipirinhas before? You know what this is?
No.
I don't think
like
so.
Vodkas and with not actually vodkas, cachaça, which is like a Brazilian vodka, and with ice and lemons, really tasty.
I feel Tanya's all over that.
I am all over that.
And feijoada. Have feijoada before?
Don't think so.
Yeah, it's like stuff with pork and beans, black soup, big black soup. Really Brazilian-ish, but gets you sleepy afterwards. So maybe Sarah should give a plate of feijoada to Buffy and the other girl.
Ah, there you go.
They'll get sleepy, and then she would win. Okay, so it's www.riowebfest.net, and we have Twitter, Rio WebFest, and we have Facebook /Rio WebFest. Rio WebFest everywhere. Just look on Google and find us.
Awesome. Cool. Check that out. You can find us, guys, at supergeekedup.com. All our past episodes are there. So we got YouTube episodes. If you're watching, you're listening to the podcast, you can go watch the video versions. Or vice versa, you can listen to the podcast as well. All at supergeekedup.com. We're at supergeekedup on Twitter. Hashtag SGU is what we use, so please follow us there, tweet us. Even if you're not watching live, tweet us during the week. We love hearing from you and responding back. And we do our geek tweet. We always like to get answers during the week for that as well. All right, cool. Thank you so much, Leondro. Really appreciate you being on.
Thank you guys. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for this invitation, and it's been really nice. We talked about unicorn zombie pirates. It's been really great.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
Thank you.
All right. All right, thank you guys so much. If you're watching live or you're watching in post or listening on Blog Talk Radio, we really appreciate it, or on iTunes. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you back next week. We'll be live Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Until then, stay geeky, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.